Hi there, Leo. Healing Grasshopper here to do your January 2026 reading, your first reading of the year. I'm sorry I've been away for uh, December. I didn't do any readings for December because, I just took some time off. There's some stuff I had to do and attend to, plus the holidays and everything. But I am back, and you will have a lot of readings for January. You have your January monthly, but then you'll have bonus yearly, weekly. There'll be a lot. So be sure to click that notification bell so that you don't miss any of it, because there will be plenty. Um, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. And hit that like button. It's really quick gesture, costs you nothing, but really does help me and help the channel grow a lot. So I thank you in advance. Queen of Wands reversed? No. So Spirit is talking about here your competence and your capability of overcoming tasks and challenges in life. And you see, the Seven of Wands here is flanked by two queens, which really talks about your competence here. Your capability of addressing things and getting things done. This is creation and this is destruction here. So there is elements of both here where, yeah, you're going to need to build things because that's what the collective is doing, by the way. We are building new lives. There's been a change of paradigm, and we're rebuilding in this change. But the Queen of Swords is talking about not being afraid to eliminate things that uh, don't serve you, too. And both of these things are going to come to you with ease. So that you can face things fearlessly now. You know, you have a challenge that uh, you're faced with. It's like, what? Bring it. I can deal with it. And this is the perfect depiction of it because this guy here is, looks like he's in a struggle with the rest of these wands here, but he's above them here. He's not really uh, in distress here. He's handling things just fine. He has the upper hand. Page of Cups, love it. This is about what you desire in life, your dreams. This really calls for emphasis on your dreams and not to ignore them or suppress them. I have to ask. Reversed any of them? No. Queen of Pentacles. You got three queens here. So there is an atmosphere Leo, of mastery here that you're approaching. This is about your ability to manifest what you want with ease. Because Queen of Pentacles, and by the way, this is the center of your reading here. This is the most important card. Queen of Pentacles is you moving into an atmosphere, a position of comfort and luxury and ease in life. And of course, I have to offer that that doesn't mean that you're not going to come across difficulties in life, but it's certainly, you know, there's going to be a newfound confidence in the things that you face moving forward. You know, things that seemed like mountains um, in the past are only molehills to you now. You know how to deal with these things. And the universe has prepared you well up until this point. Look at you. Knight of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Leah, this is some rooting you have here. For those of you Leos, which is almost all of you, that are emerging from difficulties, those days are ending. They're over. That was a fumble. I don't even have to ask. What are we got next, Spirit? Mm-hmm. I think Cancer got this card too. The Four of Pentacles is just bringing you the message. Um, a lot of the other signs got similar messages where Spirit wants to assure you that you are fine. There's no need to be anxious in this transitory period, right? The universe is really shifting things for the collective. And that shift, and by the way, a lot of folks got the Tower card. We'll see if you get it too. Um, and it just points out that the universe is doing some shifting for everyone. And sometimes it can seem overwhelming, that shift. When I use the example, I don't remember for who, but I'm getting it again. You know, when you were a kid, I know that this is one of my own memories, and I'm sure you guys will recognize. You know those plays that we used to have when we were kids in high school and middle school, where the curtain in the schools, for some reason, didn't come all the way to the floor. There was always a few inches between the floor and the curtain when the curtain closed, and you would see like feet running back and forth and things being moved, and you can hear it too, like things being rolled around and people running around. And but then the curtain opens and the show starts or continues or whatever. There's a new scene and it's all put together and that running around and shifting and everything is what Spirit showed me. That's what's kind of happening now. Um, and that shifting can seem chaotic, but it's not. It's the universe is chaotic order, let's say, you know, and tensing up through it only makes it more difficult for ourselves. It doesn't need to be that way. We need to trust the process. And that is something that I've told almost everyone for this month. Just trust the process. Just remind yourself when things seem overwhelming that the universe is working for you, not you know, the life is happening for you, not to you. Things are happening for the greater good. I just saw that um, the magician. He didn't come out though. Oh, look at the five of wands. Tried to come out before, not reversed. Right? So the five of wands, the struggle card, right next to the four of pentacles. The arguments and the struggles and whatever difficulties or challenges that you have that this month, you are going to need to use a measure of restraint here. Um, because when you feel the urge to control something, you're going to need to pull back and really assess whether that control is needed. Especially when it comes to the dealing of other people. We can't control others' actions, we can only control our own. Um, but even then, well, yeah, right. Look, guys, this is a month where people may seem like they're not in step with what you're doing or wanting or needing. Things can seem a little chaotic, but sometimes you just have to let people be cuckoo and step back and let them throw their tantrums or whatever and not engage in it, right? And we'll see if the clarification cards give us more insight into the look at this. King of Cups. So apropos. King of Cups is cool, calm, and collected. He does not let people get on his nerves or let people be make you um, get overly emotional. He doesn't let his emotions run away with him. He is in control of his emotions. He um, he is patient and doesn't let anyone ruffle his feathers. And that is what we were talking about here. And we had reinforcement here. Okay. But at the same time, by the way, King of Cups can really be mistaken for being cold. And I mean, if he was reversed, you might be able to say that about him. But the upright King of Cups, he's not cold. He's just reserved. You know, he is not reactive, but at the same time, he is emotionally accessible. His heart is open, you know, he is kind and patient, but you're definitely not going to ruffle his feathers. That is what you are not going to do with him. So, that's the energy that you guys need to take on. And here it is up here depicted as, dealing with things um, with ease. He is not flustered here. He's fine. You just have to remember that, just to, hold your temper and decorum, as they say. Temperance. Here's more balance. As long as you stay calm and patient and rational, things will um, turn out well for you. Wow. The devil. The devil is only as strong as you allow him to be. Okay, the devil is all about bad habits that can take control of you if you let it. And in this case, it's talking about your temper and your emotions. Don't let your emotions rule you. Take on this energy of the King of Cups. And remember that this month when you're in the moment of the King of Cups. Don't let the devil win. Let's have some clarification, Spirit. What do we got? Okay. You got the Ten of Swords reversed. No. Um, Ten of Swords is about difficulty, and sometimes it can mean betrayal, but it can, you know, we're taking this as overall difficulty. If it's betrayal in your life, then, apply it accordingly to your own life. But whatever it is over and done with. Um, you could also call this the beating the dead horse card. So as it applies to this over here, um, don't prolong it. You know, these two can mean like, don't worry about getting the last word. Don't argue the point longer than it needs to, that kind of thing. You know, it's the other person has a ridiculous opinion, let them have it and move on. It's just not worth it. You know, there are a lot of dumb people out there. And it seems like there are more and more of them. They're coming out of the woodwork. Um, on YouTube alone, there's tons of it, of the, what do you call them? The body cam videos and the Karen videos. And it just seems like there are more and more of them every day. And not only do we see them on YouTube, but we see them in our real lives, in the supermarket, on the street, the road rage, and people are losing their minds. Okay? Don't let them drag you down into their low vibration. The Six of Swords is you moving away from difficulty. You have the choice. I just heard Earth split. For those of you who haven't heard about the Earth split, there is a concept in the metaphysical community that we are moving into a new paradigm where the higher vibrational people are going to move into one paradigm, and the lower vibrational people are going to be in another paradigm in the third dimension. Um, and the higher vibrational people are moving to the fourth and fifth dimensions. Um, and that can sound pretty difficult to digest, but you will see signs of it. And by the way, this moving into the new paradigm does not mean that you're never going to see a Karen again. Um, but your life is going to improve and be more and more filled with love and light. And I know that sounds like a lot of lip service, but in these coming months, you're going to start to notice how much lighter your life is going to be. And then you're going to notice more and more the contrast between your life and the miserable lives of the people that I was just talking about, the body cam people and the Karens and everything. And you're really, even more than you are now, you're really going to be like, God, why are they making life so difficult? It's the contrast is going to become more and more stark as time passes. But we're still going to come across these low vibrational people. And again, I'm going to continue to remind you, don't let them drag you down because they're going to want to. Whoops, the tech upside down. They're going to want to, guys. Because by the way, your high vibration is really going to irritate theirs. The chariot. Very good. Not reversed. Okay. So this is kind of concentrated energy here. They're pretty much saying the same thing. This is moving away from difficulty. This is chariot is also movement towards what you want. This is kind of moving away from what you no longer want. This is moving towards what you do want, with clear intention of what you want. Um, on this journey towards what you want, though, make sure that you have the right mindset, is what this is saying. You know, you can't move forward blindly. Or, by the way, so the chariot is attached diagonally to the page of cups, which are your dreams. So this is moving towards your dreams with a clear intent. Um, but we've got an attachment here of the five of wands, which is other people that you may come across, right? So you've got the five of wands surrounded by the four of pentacles, which really sends the message home that your reaction to these interactions, these conflicts, um, the outcome of these are going to be up to you and how you deal with them. And make sure you are dealing with them as high vibrationally as you can muster. Also, that there has to be a level of understanding as well of the people that you're dealing with, right? So you can act, deal with things accordingly, right? Instead of having a rigid view of things. Another way of saying it is not being stubborn and pig-headed in a situation. Wow. Nine of Cups, Leo. Nine of Cups double down here is saying, despite it all, you you will have emotional fulfillment. It will come to you. You know, you just need to allow it to come to you. That's all. Hanged Man, with the right perspective. I don't think this is reversed. Not reversed. With the right perspective, which I don't think is going to be difficult for you, Leo, because the people who are attracted to my readings are high vibrational. You are light workers, you know. So I trust that you're going to approach things with a high vibration and not with a bad attitude and, like pessimism. Um, because, of course, that's what the devil would want you to do, would definitely have you do for sure. Okay. You're going to stay rational and balanced. Okay, Leo? So that is your reading. Don't forget to click that notification bell because you've got lots of readings coming to you that's going to help guide you through this new year. So look out for those. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, Drop me a line. Tell me how this resonates. I answer every single comment and not just with a heart, by the way. I really will engage with you in the comment section, every single one. Um, so if you have something on your mind, don't hold back. Let me know. Um, I'll be waiting for you in the comment section to talk to you, okay? I will speak to you soon, Leo. Love, light, and many blessings.